With James Harbic, lawyer for Dr. Sheridan Diaz. Dr. Diaz was declared not guilty today in court. Are you happy with the verdict?
Very happy with the verdict. I thought it was a very thorough decision, that he clearly considered all of the evidence, and it's very nice to see Dr. Diaz vindicated completely as far as I'm concerned.
In your opinion, what were the core issues of this case? What was it really about?
I think what it was really about was that the interveners, unlike in all previous cases, I filed every reported case with the court. When they found Debbie by herself on June the 7th, they never gave any chance to Dr. Diaz. And in all the other cases they did, they would direct him to placements, they would direct him to homes, they would direct him to services available in the community. Here you had this good doctor who you saw described by the judge, who's well loved by the patients, even recognized by a doctor whom she had a falling out with as being very competent and respected doctor. Comes back to her home country because she understood this was a country that had facilities to take care of senior people who are reaching dementia, and she was disappointed to find out it's not the paradise that she thought. So it was taking a while for her to find a place. In the interim, as the judge noticed or observed, she had to balance between establishing herself as a physician in a very demanding profession, and at the same time take care of someone who you heard described by the judge as that she had a very loving and caring relationship.
The public has made a few questions over the course of the coffee chat about this case, and their first perception is a doctor, well-to-do. Why not have full-time care or have her spouse in a care facility? It
was a 6 or 7 day trial, but evidence did come on out, and we actually subpoenaed and called the people who came where she was making inquiries to have her placed. She only arrived in Canada in March. She had made numerous inquiries, and wasn't that she is a person who money is not an issue, but she does not have any money issues.
Right.
I wonder what it's like for people who do. I wonder what it's like for people who are earning $40,000 to $80,000 a year, got to support their children, and also got to take care of their aged parents.
Do you think there was any prejudice at all based on the sexuality of Dr. Diaz and her spouse?
Well, I can say that there certainly was a lot perceived. You can from the feelings of Dr. Diaz. Why wasn't she given a chance like everybody else was in all of those 47 reported cases that we filed? She has those questions.
Has she had any contact with her spouse since this?
No, and that is what is the real gothic, hush-hush, sweet Charlotte moment in this whole case, because you heard the evidence that we called a Montreal lawyer, that Dr. Diaz and Debbie had her grandchildren removed from her daughter. Who's got custody of Debbie now?
So where does that leave?
The daughter has it. Can you imagine if, when you're in dementia, and I don't know because I'm not a doctor, if she comes in and out of conscious or comes into awareness, okay, and she says, whoa, a few years ago I was the one who took the child away from these people because they couldn't provide for her.
Yeah.
They're caring for me now. That decision was made while Dr. Diaz was in jail waiting to be released on a summary conviction offense. Okay, that decision was made in Toronto. Okay, how could Dr. Diaz fight or do anything about that? And then she's released on a condition, no contact directly or indirectly. So this is a real tragic and a love story. Okay, it's a real it really is a very, very tragedy, and that's why I was quite upset about this whole case, because of what happened. And I'm a defense lawyer, so I'm extremely careful not to be judgmental. However, there are perceptions of people feeling very uncomfortable with people who have marriages of same-sex marriages as was involved in this case. Maybe because I'm been so closely connected with my client and her feelings and so on, that maybe that has driven me to have concerns about that. But I ask, why wasn't Dr. Diaz given the same chance that everybody else in Canada in every reported case? She wasn't. I ask that. Why is that different in Stormont Dundas? I ask that. And I wasn't given an answer in this trial, and I still haven't given an answer.
Will Dr. Diaz stay in this area now that the case is over? Is she now free to travel?
It's too soon to say. It's been a really traumatic experience for Dr. Diaz. Has no criminal record. He's been a law-abiding citizen who is a graduate of Harvard and all the best schools and been involved in the best programs. Spent her whole life caring for people and caring for people and Cornwall people. People in Cornwall will tell you that. So she's come attached very much to the people, and she says, as she said to me, they need good doctors in Cornwall. But
for sure.
At the same time, she's been separated from the love of her life. You remember, who was the vulnerable person when Diaz and Rubenstein met? When Diaz was 18, and Rubenstein, Debbie, the victim in this...
Wasn't she Bernstein?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bernstein, okay. She was 40, okay. Dr. Diaz was 20. Who was the vulnerable person then? Okay. Now, you know, it's the irony of life. Who's the vulnerable person now? Of course, it's Diaz, because she's elderly, and who's still with her? Okay, and who was trying to do everything. But then, in what jurisdiction would that happen, where you leave your loved one alone for a few minutes, as the court said, tolerable, not preferable, but tolerable, in the stresses of life, balancing one's life and everything. In this case, driving home, the very believable witness who claims that she was there, and then that she drove her home, and then the police sees her and leave no word. Imagine how you would feel if you're a person who is as vulnerable as this, and you return home, and not only she's not there, but no notice as to where she's gone. How horrible and frightening. Would they have done that to you or I?
I don't know.
Think so. I hope not. So, and why was it done to her? So is Dr. Diaz being concerned that there might be some prejudice here? There might be some understanding that she has good reasons to feel that way.
So now that the case is over and she's been declared innocent, where does that leave her for being able to be reunited with her spouse?
Every possible effort is going to be made, but if you think the criminal justice system is slow and plodding, as we all do, and we're justly criticized, and including myself, because I'm a participant in it, my impression of the civil is very daunting. It takes a lot of, I'm sure a lot of people at the outset of this trial observed and were prejudgmental and were willing to condemn her. Now some people may not be so, but now the civil courts have to do that, and that takes time. And Debbie Diaz is not getting any younger.
So, are you saying that all of these hearings and stuff aren't over? There may be more lawsuits after this?
Well, the criminal acquittal should have hopefully a big influence in all of that, but I'm not a civil lawyer.
Right.
Okay? And I'm loath to comment on it, but I just found it very daunting, the whole civil process, what has to be done and everything. People in Toronto don't read the Cornwall media, let alone the Cornwall decisions.
Well, they read us.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. I hope they do. But
Toronto's our number 4 city.
Perfect. So it's a very daunting to know that now Dr. Diaz, it won't be me because I don't do that, has to take on the civil situation.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Harbic, and congratulations on your win.